Greetings to the motovlogging community and fellow YouTubers. Triketacular here. We're just out for a leisurely afternoon ride today on our little mini 2-day road trip with fellow British Columbia motovlogger Motonut, who is leading the charge up ahead. The sunshine has finally come out this afternoon. We started out this morning at 7 a.m. and headed east. Along Highway 3, which is also known as the Crow's Nest Pass in the province of British Columbia, Canada, and ran into some monsoon-like weather. Heavy rains, almost like hail. The road is under construction, but they were not working today as it's the weekend. But it was pretty bumpy in places. So by the time we stopped for gas, both of us, our riding gloves were pretty wet. Otherwise we were pretty dry. I have a pair of textile riding pants on and my 3/4 length riding jacket. And Motonut, he has a one-piece riding suit, so he was pretty warm as well. So this is a nice introduction for my new ride, which, if you've watched my previous 2 moto vlogs, you know it's a 2015 Yamaha FJR. A new 2015 that was remaining on the dealership's floor. So I feel like I'm being spoiled with these heated grips. They were sure a godsend today. They have the electronic windshield, so I had that raised into the uppermost position, and it provided good protection from the elements. And Motonut has just been great. He's done a lot more touring than me, and he's been quite accommodating as far as leading the way and reducing his speed to what I'm comfortable with. So we're just on the way now to a place called Tulimi. That's in the Okanagan area, and Motonut has never ridden this section before, but it looks like quite an interesting road. Some pretty good curvy stretches to it. So we've had a full day of riding. We just stopped for an early supper and regrouped, and now we're taking this section to Tulimi. And then tomorrow we'll be heading back to our homes on the west coast of British Columbia. Not too much traffic on this road. Still getting used to the FJR's different settings. This is the ES model, which has the electronic suspension, so I'm trying to have it set at a soft setting. Although Motonut recommends that you should have it perhaps set at a harder setting for some of these curves, so you have better control over the going around the curves. I felt it a little wobbly there on one section, and I think he was explaining that can be the suspension dampening kind of going down, where at a harder setting it doesn't have as much dive in it, I think is what they mean. So it's got a lot of gadgetry on it and ways to figure it out. The trip meters, finally got that figured out before we got too far away from home, just to see how many kilometers we've done. So far today we've done 228.7 kilometers. My understanding is if you divide that by 1.61 you get an approximate miles. So this is quite a nice looking road. For the true sports bike fans, they would really be ripping through this road. I haven't seen any speed limit signs here lately. I'm thinking it might be 60, 70 or 80 kilometers an hour. We're averaging around 62 to 65 kilometers an hour, and of course slowing down for the curves. Here they want you to slow down to 30 kilometers an hour because of limited vision, and the sign says one lane and avalanche area. Oh, so it is almost one lane. No stoplight directing. Anybody there? Well, that could be a bit risky. So we hope to do a few moto vlogs of our little mini 2-day road trip. Our schedules worked out where we were able to meet up and do this. Too bad we couldn't go later in the week, as the weather forecast is supposed to be much better. It's supposed to get into the mid-80s. But we started out this morning, we sure were in a heavy rain. Traveling along the destination. So I'd like to thank you for coming along on this ride with us. A special thank you to my subscribers. I welcome your comments. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I certainly appreciate your comments, and that's one of the neat parts about motovlogging, I find, is reading the comments from fellow motorcycle enthusiasts, hearing their experiences when you've gone on little road trips and things. We're not camping in a tent, we're staying in the motel. So this is Triketacular, wishing you all a pleasant day. Until next time, take care and ride safe. Bye bye.